Welcome to the Bald Brad Show. In today's episode, we're looking at yesterday's White House press briefing, where reporters questioned Karine Jean-Pierre on illegal immigration, as well as what's been taking place at the southern border. Before we jump into any of it, support a true American patriot by hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave us a short, sweet comment down below. The question of the day is, do you think an invasion's happening at our southern border? Let us know in the comment section below. It really does support the channel. And lastly, share the link to this video with your friends and family all over social media. Your help and support would be greatly appreciated. Without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, thanks. One point that Speaker McCarthy made repeatedly on Face the Nation yesterday was that he wants any additional funds for Ukraine tied to congressional action on border security. Is that something that the White House would consider supporting for a vote on Ukraine funding?
So look, I think the American people are fed up. They're fed up of the political games, the political stunts that House Republicans are doing on our national security and also our government. You have a president who has delivered record funding to make sure that we have additional Border Patrol federal employees at the border. This is something that he has done and has delivered on. And instead, these extreme House Republicans, what did they do? They just passed 2 weeks ago a proposed cutting DHS funding by 8%. They're the ones who are saying that they want to defund DHS. That's what they're saying. Meanwhile, you know, we're trying to do everything that we can to make sure that we deal with what's going on at the border. As it relates to Ukraine funding,
it's remarkable. Oh, we're not done yet. Believe it or not, it gets way worse. She's going to sit there and brag about spending more money at the border. All the while, the problem is only getting worse. You guys, they literally broke the record again. They shattered it. There's never been a sitting president in the history of this country that saw September numbers. It was the highest number ever recorded in the history of this country with encounters at the southern border in a single month. And she's going to brag about spending more money to a problem in which isn't getting resolved. It's just being exacerbated by this administration. It gets worse.
Thank you. Two questions on the border, if I can. New York Governor Kathy Hochul says the border is too open right now. Does the president think that the border is too open?
so here's what I will say. The president, on his own, without the help of Republicans in Congress. Let's not forget, he put forward a comprehensive piece of legislation to deal with immigration reform. Remember, this immigration system has been broken for decades, and it's been 3 years. That's been almost 3 years since he put forth that piece of legislation. And three things.
She's making it seem like at no point ever did the Democrats have all three branches of government. You see what she's doing here? She's playing into people's ignorance. Again, as if Democrats didn't have all three branches of government to pass this crap through and figure their ish out. And now it's Republicans' fault somehow. How is it Republicans' fault? I don't know. I have no idea. It's cockamamie stuff coming out. It's disgusting stuff at the end of the day. It really is disgusting what she's doing here.
There are three things that he has moved forward in when it comes to his plan and looking at the border. There's enforcement, and so we've deployed additional troops and federal agents to the border and removed or returned more than 250,000 individuals since May 12th alone. That's what we've been able to do without the help of Republicans. And deterrence, we've had the largest expansion, certainly, of a pathway is in decades. And we've made clear that attempting to cross the border unlawfully will result in prompt removal, a 5-year ban on reentry, and potential criminal prosecution. And let's not forget the diplomacy that we have done with the region, including Mexico, to deal with this issue, because this is a regional issue that we're seeing as it relates to unlawful migration.
She can't even get it out of her mouth because she knows it's BS. You guys, it's not just a regional issue. It's a Southern Hemisphere issue. Furthermore, there's people from other countries around the globe pouring across the border. Okay, there's people from China pouring across the border. And she's going to sit there like, Mexico has our back in all this. No, they don't. We've covered here how the police in Mexico were literally escorting busloads of immigrants to the border. Don't give me this, that they're helping us out with all this stuff. Come on. It's disgusting. This is one of the worst press briefings I've ever seen with this type of messaging right here. And you're going to say that you're being clear with all this stuff? If you were being clear, None of this would be taking place at all. It's only gotten worse each and every month.
So when the president looks at what's happening at the border, he sees a border that is effectively closed.
What I'm saying is that the president, without the help of Republicans, is doing everything that he can to deal with the border. That's what he's been able to do, while Republicans try to push forth a CR to limit, to take away the federal agents that we see at the border. That's what he's trying to do. They're trying to politicize it and make it worse. That's what Republicans are trying to do, and turn it into a political stunt. The president is actually dealing with the issue that's in front of him by getting record funding, 25,000 federal agents at the border. That is something that this president has been able to do. I'm going to move around.
She's going to sit there and say Republicans want to make it worse? Are you insane? Well, Republicans don't want to work with us. Yeah, we do. We want to build a border wall. You're paying rent to have a freaking wall lay in the dirt. You would rather pay whoever you're paying to keep the border wall laying in the dirt. If the damn thing's built, you just got to prop it up and put it in the cement and you're good, and you don't want to do that. This is so insane. It's actually evil. It's just, I'm sorry, it is. It is evil. It's disgusting and it's evil, you guys. That's what it comes down to. I've never seen anything like it from a White House press secretary, ever. I mean, you name it. Going back to even the Clinton era, I've never seen anything like this crap. This is nuts. Talk about gaslighting. This is the same administration, you guys, that wants to sit there and censor you and tell you what you can and can't say, and they'll call it misinformation or disinformation. All the while, they're spewing this crap. That's disinformation, what she's spewing. 100% disinformation. She knows full well that place is not locked up. She knows full well what's going on. She knows full well the lies that are coming out of her mouth. That is disinformation right there. It's not misinformation. She knowingly knows what the hell she's saying. I'm heated, man. I'm heated. I was trying to work on not getting riled up, but it's so frustrating how they get away with this. But yet, if there's any Republican administration on that podium, we all know how they would be treated. And this has been going on for years, and nothing. I mean, she's full-blown lied to the press. Yeah, I'm going on a rant right now because I'm pissed. She has lied to the press numerous times. We did a whole freaking segment, a whole hour-long show on how she lied to them about the files, the classified documents. Not once, not twice, not 3 times, shit, not 4 times, but 5 times. She lied to all of them. And now she's lying again, and they aren't doing anything about it. So for those in the room that watch the show, because we know that you do, we love you to death, but now is the time to step up, because this is not okay. We need the press. I'm not in the room. The American people are in the room. You guys are there to question her in this administration and call them out on our behalf. I'm not saying that they're wrong all the time, but damn, we can't allow this to happen anymore. It is not okay. And it's you guys in that room that we love and we rely on as the American people. We rely on you guys to question these people and call them out for their crap in the same way they did with the Trump administration. I was okay with them questioning the Trump administration. That's your job. But what's going on here? We're not questioning him at length about his cognitive abilities. We're not pushing that whole thing. We're not pushing how the guy only works from like noon to 4. We're not questioning them on that. We're not questioning him on sending $6 billion, even though Jackie Heinrich did a phenomenal job questioning John Kirby on that. But I like to see it from other reporters as well. We're not questioning them on record after record being broken at the southern border. I mean, I love that there's a couple reporters here, but where's the pushback on all this stuff? Why are we not ganging up on her? She lied to you guys. She doesn't respect you guys. Hell, there's reporters in that room that haven't had a question in for almost a year. Simon Atibi, or whatever that guy's name is, was like blacklisted. He was literally kicked out for a while. He had his press pass removed. Fired up. I'm fired up.
Karine, the thing is awesome.
Thank you, Karine. Would President Biden ever try to get out of a meeting by pulling a fire alarm?
Are you talking about something specifically?
See, this is the stupid theatrics she plays. Are you talking about something specifically? How is it me that's been living under a rock for a while, dealing with shenanigans behind the scenes of the show? How is it I know that a dude pulled a fire alarm and she has no idea, and she's in D.C.? I'm 3,000 miles away and I know what the hell's going on. She doesn't. That's a little scary. Or she's playing dumb. Either or, not okay.
Democratic member of Congress pulled a fire alarm around a series of boats. No fire. Is that appropriate?
What I can tell you is I'm not spoken to the president about this, and so just not going to comment. I would leave it up to. I know there's a House process moving forward right now. I'll leave it to the House.
Okay. Since President Biden is so pro-union, is he okay with 75,000 healthcare workers possibly walking off the job this week?
What I can tell you is that, and I've said this many times already this morning, the president believes all workers, including healthcare workers and those that make their work possible, they deserve a fair pay and they deserve a fair benefit.
I just don't know what that means. I'm not against people making more money or quote unquote getting their fair share. I just don't know what that means. It goes in line with people saying, well, they need a living wage. Honestly, God, I don't know what that means because everybody's living standard is different. Not only from an individual level, but from a locality level to a city level to a state level to just a federal level as well. I don't know what it means. So it's insane to me that we just throw out these words, but we're never really specific enough. A fair wage. I mean, somebody would dictate a fair wage to say $25 an hour. I'm just throwing out a random number. That being fair, but somebody else might look at it as, hey, fair to me is like $18. It's different from person to person.
That's what the president believes. He believes that collective bargaining works. That is, we've seen that play out in the past even couple of months.
It does not always work. And actually being unionized, now that we're more of a globalized market, globalized network of manufacturing, you can actually price yourself out of the market. And we see this with the auto industry a lot of times is where the union workers will price themselves out of a market and they'll just move that factory to, say, Mexico or somewhere else. So it doesn't always work. You got to be careful. I think it's good that you unionize and try to get more pay for yourself, but you got to be careful with it.
You think about the Teamsters. You think about the Teamsters and the UPS. You think about the West Coast ports, right? We see that play out. And so it is important that we see that continue. And I'll have to say, like the Treasury Department laid out recently a major report that unions and collective bargaining are good for the overall economy and help raise wages for everybody, whether they are a union member or not. And I think that matters.
Would you consider joining them on the picket line if they strike?
Look, I don't have anything else to share on the president's schedule. What I can say is that when we see this type of collective bargaining, when we see this type of,
Can you imagine Joe Biden on that picket line, you guys? Can you know how you can't stop on a picket line? You got to constantly keep moving in circles. The dude won't be able to do it. No way in hell. First of all, they just have a hard time getting this guy out of bed and just working normal 8-hour shift. I mean, this guy only works from noon to 4 p.m. Remember. So him stubbing his toe on a blade of grass and falling over is just doomed for this guy, let alone tripping on a sidewalk that's uneven. No way in hell they're getting that guy out on the street picketing.
The report that I just laid out, when unions and unions do collective bargaining, it actually helps our economy overall and it raises wages. And I think that's important for all, not just union members, also non-union members.
And a couple days ago, looters were terrorizing businesses in Philadelphia. What is the White House doing about that?
So obviously,
Nothing.
Any coordinated theft and vandalism that occurred in Philadelphia is destructive and simply unacceptable.
Do you think she's going to end it there? I don't know what she's going to say. Do you think she's going to end it there, or do you think she's going to include a but? Because remember, everywhere this is happening, this organized theft, the smash and grabs, the looting, the crime, the homelessness, all this stuff is taking place in Democrat-ran cities, which is why businesses are fleeing. We did a whole episode on it. Check out our video catalog for that video. She's going to say it, but she has to, because it's her party that's driving these cities into the ground.
That's what we say. We've always said that. Any type of vandalism, any type of violence, we certainly denounce that from here. The acts of these individuals harmed local businesses, as you saw.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe she's going to sit there and hound it. Great, but she needs to call to Democrats for this.
As we saw in the communities that depend on them. But I also want to be clear because... Never mind,
I was not wrong. I could still be. Did I not call it? Did I not freaking call it?
The police commissioner in Philadelphia did say, and he said this on the record, that looting was the act of opportunists taking advantage of an unrelated protest. But obviously, and we have been very consistent here when it comes to any sort of vandalism, certainly looting or any type of violence. We are going to simply condemn that, and it is unacceptable.
It's opportunist, you guys. They were just taking the opportunity to do this in Philadelphia. All the while, it's happening in Los Angeles, San Francisco, Sacramento, Portland. I mean, you name the Democrat-ran city, it's happening there. But it's just all opportunists. They're just taking the opportunity to ransack your freaking neighborhood stores, your mom and pop stores, as well as these corporations, to steal stuff. Do you see the button there? Totally discrediting everything you just said before, Karine. You were actually answering it pretty damn well. But it's amazing how, but they were just taking the opportunity. Signaling to everybody out there, take the opportunity now while we're freaking running the show, meaning the Democrat Party, because nothing's going to happen to you. Why don't we just say that? It's crazy. This is one of the craziest White House press briefings we've done in a while and seen in a while. It's disgusting. The messaging is coming out from them. They're lying straight to your face. I know, you guys, that you're all saying, well, this has been going on for a while, Brad. We know that. This is like getting blatantly lying, though. This is like giving 2 Fs at this point, you guys. Before at least they threw it under the rug a little bit or tried to like throw some smoke and mirrors up just a tiny bit. Not anymore. They're giving you the bird, you guys. They don't give 2 Fs. You shouldn't either. We're tired. We're tired here. No. We're done. We're done playing this fun, foo-foo, pretty political game. This is evil. This is wrong. We've had enough here on the Bald Brad Show. We need your support to continue the show. We need your support because I am riled up. We got a join tab right here. We need your support, folks. Your hard-earned money, because they're going to take your hard-earned money and send it to the border and exacerbate the issue by flying illegal immigrants into the interior of the country. What are we doing with your money? We're advertising. We're buying new equipment to make the show better. We're trying to get conservative thought and ideas out there to new viewers. We're paying for advertising by literally getting conservative thought. We wrote an entire book on conservative thought and ideas about how the left is destroying this country from the inside out. Buy a mug. I don't know. We would love your support nonetheless, folks. If you don't want to contribute your hard-earned taxpayer dollars, hit that like and subscribe button. Watch these videos over and over again. Leave us a comment down below. Love you guys to death. We got an awesome community here on the Bald Brad Show. You guys email me behind the scenes. I love you. I look at y'all as friends. Thank you so much to all the regulars that are always joining us in the live chat in the comment section. I read every single one of them. We're growing here, folks, and we're not letting up one little bit. With that being said, like I said, hit that like and subscribe button. Leave us a short, sweet comment down below. Is an invasion happening at our southern border? Is an invasion happening at our southern border? Let us know in the comment section below. Share this link with your friends and family all over social media. Hit up that Reddit. Throw it on Facebook. Hell, I don't know where else we go. The X, right? The Twitter files, whatever that's called. Instagram, TikTok. Throw it everywhere, baby. With that being said, folks, I'll see you tomorrow here on the Bald Brad Show.